What's up, guys? Back here with another photo edit of this one's of my son. He looks pretty cool in this getup, so I thought it'd be cool to maybe do some kind of action shot with him. So first thing, I duplicated the image, hid the first layer. Now on the second layer, I'm erasing around what I want to delete from the photo. You could use the selection tool, and there's probably tips that other people could give you. I'm new to the iPad, so I don't even really know how to get a good image with selection tools. So I just do it the old school way, with just using a airbrush eraser. Wasn't sure if I was going to keep what he was holding or make it into a weapon or some kind of tool. I wasn't sure what I was going to do for a background, so I wasn't sure how far down to erase. I think I was going to end up using his feet. So next step, I pretty much take the background. I try to position it the way I want it. I duplicate that onto a couple layers and made a foreground, a midground, and then my son, and then the background behind him. And he kind of looks like he belongs sort of in the picture. I'm tweaking highlights and colors on his layer to try to make him look like he's the proper color to blend into this picture a little bit. So I'm just going and creating layers. Some of them are light layers, vivid light, and hard light layers. So I was pretty much changing some of the settings for the layer and just trying to figure out how to get his overall color to match the photo as best as possible. Whether it was color burn, linear burn, or color dodge, or multiply or darken, etc. Sometimes I get close to what I want and I can't get the exact color gradient that I need, so I'll just end up making another layer and using the airbrush tool with a soft airbrush and kind of color sample the color of the sun over there, which was kind of an orangish, and I would just lightly airbrush over my son and what he was holding, and then use the layer opacity and lower it until it looks like where I want it. And then you could change the layer settings even with that. It's a lot of settings, just manipulating. Here I was adding some more highlights. Still trying to get him to look like he belongs in the photo a little bit more, because the photo that he was in was a bright sunny day about noon, so his colors were just way different than this photo that he's in. I think here is where I was starting to get close to what I was looking for. Next, I decided to kind of modify what he was holding to look more like some weird magical walking stick type thing, wand thing. I don't know. I was just wanted something cool, but I also didn't want like a weapon or something. But maybe it is, who knows. So for the stick, I was using the Nico roll brush again. It's the main brush that I use to paint with. For the light effects, I'm using the light brush, which is really cool. Now I kind of wanted it like it was planet Endor or something from Star Wars. So I started making huts up in the trees, again with the Nico roll brush. Blocking in color, just start with a dark color, and then I do a color sample some lightness off of the trees just to get those highlight colors. And I started making bridges, and they start popping pretty good once you start putting the light highlights on, as you can see here. painting railings on them and stuff. So you can see I really only have 3 colors down, and they're already looking pretty good. But yeah, with the Nico Roll brush, because it's pressure sensitive, when you lighten up on some areas, it just adds another color that isn't one of the 3 that you have. So I think that helps a lot. Here I airbrushed over him on a new layer, and now I'm just playing with the layer settings, and I think I found the one that really sets him into this kind of light that the whole picture has with the sun going down here. Kind of blends a little bit better. Now I'm just tweaking the tree forts to look a little bit more realistic. Anytime you're going to do any kind of heavy modifying of a layer, like all these tree forts, I'll duplicate it before I mess it up and can't undo what I had. I mean, you could undo stuff on Procreate and Photoshop, but I don't know, sometimes it could screw you up. And I think because I duplicated them, I even would tweak one's opacity and add highlights on it and make it look different. Here I added a bridge. You can see how I'm making this bridge. I was kind of worried because it was kind of close, so I wasn't sure how detailed I had to make it. I didn't really want to put a lot of time into this, but it ends up you could leave a lot up to the eye. I mean, like right there, that's my second color down, and I literally just scribbled that, but if you kind of blur your eyes at the image and keep looking back and thinking of it as like an entire thing, you could kind of just do basic bare minimum, and somebody's brain kind of filters in what it's going to be. Like, I'm not drawing a really good railing here, but it's gonna get the point across, and I don't know, you could fool people's eye like that, believe it or not, in mind, I guess. So here I have like 3 or 4 colors down on this bridge, and I'm just going over, trying to add highlights, darken some areas. Like right there, I just went back and darkened some areas to just make it look wavy. It adds depth to it. Just adding some more color that I color sampled from the trees around, just to make all this wood kind of look the same color. Kind of making rope hanging down and tools on the railing or whatever. So I think it adds a little bit of detail that looks cool. Maybe they get up and down that way, who knows. I'm not really sure how they get up in these tree houses, but here's the finished photo. I hope you guys liked this one. It was a quick little photo edit. Make sure you like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more.